Normally, I love Mondays because it's yelling at City Council Day. And on a normal Monday night, I would be streaming the City Council meeting and cursing a lot. On a normal Tuesday night, I'd be putting my babies to bed. But this is not a normal week. City Council's tonight, and obviously I'm not streaming it. They're about an hour in. And I won't get to put my babies to bed either. So I do want to address the questions that I've been getting, both on Twitter and from Wall of Moms, about tomorrow, what it means and what to do. And as I have always said in my coaching, long before I started coaching this, when I was coaching running, I'm not here to tell you what to feel or how to deal. I'm here to help you think about and take your best next step in any direction. And as I say that, I can't help but think of how many people, intelligent people, have looked at me over the years and said, you chose this, as though I'm a child unaware of the consequences of my actions. You chose this. We make it about individuals. We make it about choices. We never really talk about the options that are available to any person at any given time. You made a bad choice. Never mind that you only had one option and it sucked, but you chose it, because we like to pretend that everyone has equal agency, and it's not true. I do what I do because I have more resources than most and more ability to bounce back than most, and frankly, more ability to get away with it than most. Very little of what I could do with my mouth will ever hurt my husband's career, because women, am I right? That's the fun thing about being a white woman. It's really easy to dismiss the things that we complain about because we made a choice. We chose this. Like I chose not to work anymore. Don't get me started on that. As though it wasn't a series of choices that really led to one option. But I'm not going to wax poetic about that, because when I think about how we got here on a night when I don't get to put my children to bed, my children who were unfazed by active shooter drills in our home because they practiced them at school, because someone is using their freedom of speech to threaten my life and theirs. And it's perfectly legal because they're doing it behind anonymous Twitter accounts. And I think that's really important. And that's what I want to pick apart. When you ask me what's going to happen tomorrow, I don't think anything. And here's why. You chose this is what countless electeds have said to people in my hometown as businesses have dried up ever since Walmart came in and took all the grocery business away, undercutting everyone in prices. Ever since factories, the work started going abroad and never to return. Well, you chose this. You didn't choose education, so consider your choice. A whole lot of real nasty, snotty commentary that I remember vividly in high school, a national conversation about college and power of education. And, well, you didn't make a good choice. We don't have to take care of you. And all I see now are those chickens coming home to roost. People who believed a system that worked have become so apathetic that all they do is sit around and watch one TV station all day long, loving the idea of it blowing up. Well, I can't win, but you can't either. And I get that. And I see it, and I don't love it. And I have never once criticized it. Fox. Well, I don't watch CNN either, to be perfectly honest. The people I know who watch Fox are real wound up most of the time. That's the comment. So what do I think is going to happen tomorrow? About the same we've dealing with here. We have to act like it's serious because we're not exactly sure where these threats are coming from, and they look different from the last ones. But honestly, if they wanted to do damage, they'd just come do it. They wouldn't yell at me behind an anonymous Twitter account. And now that I'm saying that, I can hear some people cringing. Well, you basically dared them to come out. You asked for it, because that's what we say to women. You asked to be assaulted. You didn't leave. You stayed. You asked for it. You wore that outfit. You asked for it. I am so tired of being told that I deserve what I get because I made the wrong choice. I'm tired of hearing people who have never been to Carthage, Tennessee, or anything like Smith County, talking about how these people are racists and they're idiots and they're dummies who deserve whatever they get, without taking a look at the promises that they as electeds have failed to keep. And that's what I do every week, because that's my job, to go in there and yell and say, hey, you will listen. I don't care if you like it. And I'm going to make sure that that viewpoint is represented. So when I'm asked, what do I think is going to happen tomorrow? I think a whole bunch of people got really, really bold, because they were supporting a sitting president. They were supporting a winner who was going to help them blow up a system and piss people off. And that felt good. And now they're a little bit more scared. The FBI has actually been making arrests. The system that fails so many looks like it might be grinding into motion. Not evenly, not equally, not fairly, and not perfectly. A whole bunch of white people got arrested who sure didn't think they would. And I can't wait to hear about that nice white boy who demanded organic food in his jail. I can't wait till the day he breaks and buys ramen in the commissary. And because he just wants something a little bit familiar and normal, because no one's ever prepared him for life in prison. And he realizes this now, that nice organic food has been taken away because of a choice he made. You chose this. Privilege is revoked. Happens all the time. Ask any Muslim who's ever had to serve time. ACLU pushes for that too. So I'm not going to tell you what to do tomorrow. What I will say is that I am more scared of who's going to visit me in the middle of the night than who's going to face me in broad daylight tomorrow while I stand next to the Black woman I love and promise to protect with my body, as long as she was willing to raise her voice. That's Iris Butler. She has an event at the Capitol at 2. I'll be with her for the duration. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm not going to absolve you either, or tell you that it's okay, and no, I'm not mad, and no, she's not bad, and you're not a racist if you don't come. You don't get to put that on me, and don't you dare put that on her. This is one time you're going to have to make your choice and stick to it. And whatever you think it says about you is in your head. It's not in mine, because I promise we got other things to think about. But I want you to think about that as your takeaway as we go. It's not that we need to extend a hand in unity and understanding to those who have made death threats anonymously or publicly. I have no intention of doing that. And I don't have a lot of patience for anyone who tells me that I need to, or that I need to sit down at a table with my abuser and get closure, because that just gives them the power. This is a society that blames the victim and makes every bit of bullying your choice to endure, with zero regards to the power structures or the system that would have created this messed up system. We have created white supremacy. We have created and enabled those people who attack the Capitol. We have created this system of oppression and excused it and refused to get involved because we didn't want it to come on us. We made it about them. And we didn't look at the choice. We made it about them by talking about the choices they made, as opposed to involving ourselves by taking a look at the options and what we could do to change them. Whether you show up tomorrow anywhere matters less than whether you show up anywhere the next day demanding the systemic changes that will put those white supremacists in a box and make all of this a whole lot safer. Because you're not being a bigger person by staying out of it. And you're not being a better person by sitting down and resolving differences. I blocked a whole bunch of people this week who I found out were Trump supporters. So the person who is enabling and emboldening these people who are threatening to kill my children in front of me, there is no unity with you. I don't want that. And I don't care, because I have a feeling you wouldn't be coming to protect me anyway. So with that, all I'm going to say is, I have no idea. We are not done, not by a long shot. But if you know that and you get that and you understand that, don't make it all about what you need to do tomorrow. I don't care. I care more that you show up for city council, that you say anything to the electeds, that you do something more than once every 4 years. I don't care about your shirt. This is Black Lives Matter, or the sign in your yard in 5 languages that says, we love everybody who enters here. If you're not trying to change the system in some way, either quietly at work using your privilege, out on the street doing what I do, there are so many lanes in this revolution, and most of them do not involve doing anything tomorrow. Okay? So if you're asking me to tell you to not be scared, I can't do that, but I can tell you this. What you need to fear is the thing you don't know is coming. So you can crouch and hide and hope that the bullies never come your way, but that's not a life worth living as far as I'm concerned. It's why I've kept my mouth loud, my voice on, and my opinions out there, because you know who doesn't get too close to me? People who want to push other people around. I might be lonely, but I don't get bullied. That's winning as far as I'm concerned. So if you're keeping your mouth shut and you're hiding for the hope of not getting bullied so that no one can look at you and say, well, you asked for it, maybe you should just take the day and ask yourself, sit at home and feel bad, go out and get hurt. What can I do to change the system that gave me 2 options and 1 choice that makes me neither proud nor safe? America can be better than that, but it won't be if you're hiding when big choices are made, as opposed to when big fears are outside. Thank you. Yeah, none of them are sticking. Yeah, I'll post to that. But if you've never been in prison before, I promise that commissary, anything you do can and will be used against you. If you demand a specialized diet and a judge gives it to you, the second you go off it, you lose it forever. Ask anyone who's ever been in prison. Yep, fuck you. I don't compromise with terrorists, especially little bitty ones. And I am so mad. I mentioned active shooter drills with my children who are unfazed because they do them in school. In America. And if you're excited about that because you voted for that and you think that's power, there is no hope for unity with you ever.